When we want to measure angles or create angled guidelines, we can use the protractor tool. Now we can find this under Tools, Protractor. You can also find it in the Enlarge tool set. But if we select the protractor, notice how this icon comes up. It's very similar to the rotate icon. And all we have to do with this is hover over whatever we want to measure in our scene, left click and drag out the angle we want to measure. So in this case, let's say I want to measure the angle of this triangle. All I have to do is left click on that endpoint on the green axis, drag out a radius, and then drag out that angle. And notice how this creates a guideline much like the tape measure tool. Now when I click off of that, it gives me the angle of 53.6 degrees. But in addition to this, it also creates a guideline, and I can use that guideline as a basis for drawing. So if I select my line tool, I could draw a matching triangle. So I'm going to go ahead and select all of these, just box select all these and delete them. And let's do something a little bit more practical. Here I have a box, and let's go ahead and put an angled roof on this. Now in order for us to do this, we need to know the angle of the roof. Now many people measure roof angles in what's called pitch. So a typical pitch would be like a 12/6 pitch. But if we look at this up on this chart, we'll see that the actual degrees is 26.5. So for every 12 inches out, it goes 6 up. So let's remember that 26.5. So I'm going to go ahead and go into my protractor tool, and let's go ahead and snap to endpoint here and drag out 26.5 degrees. So I'm going to type in 26.5, hit enter, and now I have an angle that represents the gable end of my roof. Let's do that again. Again, it's going to snap to the green axis, drag out, and let's do 26.5. Hit enter. And so now I've got two guidelines, and you can see that they measure out the angle of this roof. So all I need to do is go to my line tool, left click, drag, click, drag, and click again. So now I've drawn two lines, and now you can see I have the peak of my roof as well as the gable end. So now if we use the push-pull tool, we can select this, move it all the way so that it snaps, and now I have a simple roof. Now once I have this roof, I can select my eraser and erase my guidelines. Now let's go ahead and take this one step further and turn this gable end roof into a hip roof. So again, I'm going to select my protractor, and this time I'm going to snap to the red axis, and we're going to sweep out another 26.5 degree angle. So that's the angle that we will be seeing this come in from the side of the house. Now this presents a little bit of a problem. We have this guideline here, but as you can see, it's far off the side of the roof. But all we have to do really is just draw our way into that intersection right around here. So all I have to do is select my tape measure tool. I'm going to go ahead and snap to the end point at the top of the roof and just go out until it snaps vertically to the blue axis. So now I have this guideline here. And now I'm going to do that again and snap to this axis here. And then one more time, but this time I'm going to snap to the top of the roof. So you can see that by drawing these guidelines using the protractor and the tape measure, I've located where the top of this hip roof will be. So if I click on this intersection here where the guideline intersects the top of the roof, all I have to do is draw a line down to here and a line down to here. And now I have all the structure I need to create that roof. So I'm going to go to my eraser tool. Let's erase our guidelines. and then erase the edges. And once I erase this edge, you'll start to see the actual hip roof appear. So let's do that one more time. I'm going to select my protractor tool, snap to red, angle out 26.5, hit enter, and then go to my tape measure tool. We're going to measure from here, snap to blue, here, snap to that intersection, and then from that intersection I'm going to snap to the top of the roof. Now this gives me everything I need to draw the line. So I'm going to draw a line from here to here and from here to here. And now it's just a matter of erasing all that which we don't need. And there we go. So, as you can see, the protractor tool is a great way to measure angles as well as create angled guidelines.